All right, everyone, we're going to review market action today, starting with the ES. So as the market opened, even before the open right here, this is the 841. So around the market open, this attempt to go up failed. So what does that mean? You have high volume, no follow through, plus you have effort. How do you have effort? See here, volume go up, price is flat, volume goes up, biggest in six volume bars, and no output, no juice. So we come to the conclusion that it's distribution. So, price goes up and gets sold. And then after that, you have ease of movement to the downside. So this is the resistance, the distribution resistance. So let's find it. Where it is. It's right here. And this is the rally afterwards. So this area is this is where the distribution resistance is. From this low to that high, that low is in here, and there's distribution. You can see the high volumes indicating there's a lot of effort, but no reward. And after that, it rallies down, taking out these lows. Now the only question is, when are they going to test? Eventually they test later on in the day, but that's after they make a low. So they test over here and then pull back and make a low here. So that's really the trade. So you have distribution resistance, get retested, and goes down. And you could tell that when they went back up in this area, there was more selling. See 102. So there was initial distribution resistance, ease of movement to the downside, retest, and makes a low. But note that this retest is no ordinary retest, it's buying activity. How do you know? And this is a little challenging, but sometimes it happens. It's not a normal retest because it was on the biggest volume in 22 waves and biggest in 25 waves. So there's no question that even if you short this, you better watch out on the pullbacks because this is buying activity. So that's why when it went and made a lower low, it was bought up, because this is actually a sign of strength. Yes, it went into a prior distribution area and that's where it sold off. That's because the ranges are small. The range contraction today was quite significant. All right. And then after that, you have buying activity here, 1.9 times average, up volume, gets sprung and gives a little move. So the problem is this distribution. It's not letting you get above this area. You see? Even here, the buyers did something over here and they got stuffed. So this distribution resistance, followed by ease of movement, is serving as resistance on this attempt by shooting it down, and then resistance here on the retests here and here. So it's going to be a problem. So I'm looking for lower lows or spring. Should happen. First spring attempt was here, it got retested, and all it could do was go to the distribution area. That's it. All right, there's nothing really more to it than that. We'll take a look at crude. Crude actually had a very nice trading opportunity, but the only problem is really small ranges. It's ridiculously small ranges. So you can see very clearly in crude. It's taking so long. Alright. So that was the change of behavior. It sold as went into this area. You had buying activity. So this is a little indicator I have that shows the amount of effort. And it's the most amount of effort in 10 bars. So, you know, all that effort is just reaccumulation, which leads to the ease of movement or markup. And then what happens? Then you're in the clear because you have a rally, and this is that area. You can tell this accumulation. How do you know? With all these overlapping bars, you know. So they sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, and then expansion. So what happened was the market tested and gave a little crappy move, and then it retested and gave still a crappy move. So that's, I mean, the opportunity is pretty straightforward because you have accumulation support. Remember, accumulation support, distribution is resistance. In practicality, those areas are support and resistance. Accumulation support is here. You can tell 2,300 contracts and no down movement. Instead, you had an additional 2,000 contracts and it went up. So obviously there's buying activity here. Price tests that area and moves back up to resistance. The only problem is it can't break through resistance and get very little moves. Very small moves. And that's all. Take a look at Nat Gas. Nat Gas, actually this was really a nice trade, but it didn't pull back enough for me to get in. Alright, so I saw it and I knew that, you know, it's going down, 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 down right here. Bang. The volume is very high, and what do you have after that? Do you have any downward movement? No, you have upward movement. So the selling pressure followed by the buying pressure. Biggest in 52 down columns, followed by biggest in 16 up columns that takes out the high. So it's going to go up. Right now, I don't know how far it's going to go. We're just taking a look at prior resistance areas. So let's go to Nat Gas. And all right, waiting. Where is it? We have to refresh. So as I was saying, Nat Gas was really nice because you know, you see this. Oh yeah, it's really bearish. No, it's not. It goes down, high volume. Look at the response. Boom. 2.1 times average up volume, biggest in 15 up waves. You just have to get in on test. But again, the moves, the ranges have contracted, so you get a really, you don't get a big move. You know, so it's a small move. This is the problem. The ranges have contracted. That's why you have Nat Gas is small move. Crude is really garbage. Little move. ES also ridiculous. You know, range contraction. Look at this ding-donging in the same range. This is the support, this is the resistance, and gold. Gold, I was surprised that it didn't rally. I'll show you something. So, price going down, 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 down. Here the effort increases. It's the biggest in 5 bars. After the effort increases, you have ease of movement right here. It's the ease of movement, buying activity. So after that, it pulled back and tapped right here, giving you the entry. And So, you have effort here, you have ease of movement, then it comes back. As it comes back, there is high volume activity here, very high, very, lot of effort right here. But the bounce is garbage. Bounce was garbage. See? So now this whole thing might be some type of preliminary move because I'm seeing buying activity come here, and we'll see what happens. So all in all, today is just range is contracted, and there really isn't a lot of movement. So if this is how May is going to go, then might have to change the periodicities to a smaller tick size to handle the decrease in volatility. We have to just see how the days pan out, whether the volatility starts contracting even more, stays the same, or increases. All right, that's all, folks. Have a good day. Bye.